Hey everybody, welcome to today's show brought to you by MastersFantasyFootballLeagues.com. As always, I got the Masters crew here with me, Dynasty out of the dock. What's up, guys? How you doing today?
Doing great.
Good, good.
Good stuff, man. We're going to be coming at you guys with three wide receivers we think you should sell now, preferably before the NFL draft happens next week. Before we do, if you're looking for a place to play Dynasty football, MastersFantasyFootballLeagues.com. Over 600 leagues, we've never folded a single one. With that said, let's jump into the first wide receiver. Whichever you guys want to go first, floor's all yours.
I'll go, I suppose. So my receiver, and this actually might be a little bit of a surprise, but it's Kenny Galladay. And that might seem a little weird because, new situation. There's kind of a lot of talk about him, It just seems like the Giants are kind of one of those hot teams that are fringe playoff, like dark horse playoff team. So there's some buzz around Kenny G and the Giants now. Basically, it comes down to me not having a ton of faith in Daniel Jones, not a ton of faith in the Giants either. Also, it's one of those things where Kenny Galladay is actually a little older than we thought too, than he would seem. And the big thing is, and again, this is kind of going with the NFL draft, is there's been a lot of rumors that the Giants want to add another playmaker to the offense. There's been a lot of rumors about Devontae Smith. I don't know that that's the guy, but it does seem like they do want to add another piece on that offense to kind of go with what they have already. I think there's already a decent amount of good receivers
Yeah,
in
got
New
a
York.
sneaky good receiving room.
Yeah, so the fact that they're going to bring in someone else possibly, say it is a Devontae Smith, now that's a first-round receiver that's going to be commanding some targets as well. I think that, with Barkley coming back, with me not trusting Daniel Jones, all those things combined, I think it's a good time to sell on Kenny Galladay because there also is a lot of buzz for him right now as well. So I feel like you'd get a good return on him overall, whereas I don't really love the situation or where it's going.
Yeah. So I gotta say, I laughed at myself when you said Daniel Jones. I forgot. We've been calling him Danny Dimes so much. For a second, when you said Daniel Jones, I forgot that was his last name.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've been exclusively calling him Danny Dimes.
But yeah, for as much as we call him Danny Dimes, we don't have a ton of faith in Danny throwing many dimes.
Yeah,
but,
and I'm with you on Galladay, unfortunately. And it's funny because over the last couple of years, like on Twitter and stuff, I've seen a ton of stats where, this guy, like the highest reception, contested catch, like all these stats where this guy
he plays
excels
like
at.
a beast, but just the fantasy numbers.
Yeah,
is
I
hard
love
to-
him as a
yeah.
player.
Right.
It's all those things, and it even add in the fact that last year he really struggled to stay healthy. So will those things linger? I think there was a lot of soft tissue stuff, so we'll see if he's able to kind of get past that too.
Right, and I want to give you a little bit of crap because I do know you use Danny Dimes as your breakout quarterback.
I know,
but I actually agree with you. I think a step up for Danny Dimes. I think he will. If it's his job, I think he'll do a little better. But a step down for Galladay.
yeah.
To go from Dimes to Stafford.
Yeah, I don't trust Danny Dimes to be like a guy that's going to be, able to get Kenny Galladay the ball like 10 times and, consistently.
Right.
I do think his numbers will be a lot better from last year, though, just with them adding weapons.
Right.
And I think I used the same rumors as a point where they're continuing to add. They want to add a guy like a Devontae Smith. So that only helps Danny Dimes. Doesn't really help Kenny G, though.
And I'm with you, and I think whatever value Galladay is holding from some of these previous years, that could plummet quickly in this New York Giants offense. Let's be honest. All right, going to move on to two of my guys. I actually have two. I got a pair of teammates here. I'm recommending you sell now. One finished at 21 last year, one at 47. Overall, at the wide receiver position, that's going to be Cole Beasley and Emmanuel Sanders. And this actually started because I got a trade offer a few days ago. I desperately need a wide receiver, but someone shot me Cole Beasley for Leonard Fournette. Explained to me all why it was a good trade.
Yeah, oh yeah, you gotta love the trade offers where they explain to you why it's a good one.
Trust
how
me, this
good-
is a good trade.
Yeah, telling me how good Cole Beasley is.
Yeah.
Dude, he had a great season. Finished 21 at wide
Yeah.
receiver.
Yeah.
He was
Do I
excellent.
think he can have another great season? I do. But let's be honest, man. This is Dynasty football. Do I think he can have another 3 great seasons? No, I don't, man. Unless you're a contender, like a really good team fighting for a championship, not so strong at wide receiver, maybe I'd hold on to Beasley. Other than that, man, get what you can get out of this guy now. 30, I think it'll be 32 when the season starts. Emmanuel Sanders will be like 36 when the season starts.
Wow.
So not only age, but we got to look at the jump that Josh Allen made last year, which is great. I like Josh Allen. Can he continue this pace? I don't know. But when you combine all those things together, to me, if you could get a second out of Beasley, maybe a third out of Emmanuel Sanders to the team that's looking to make a push, needs a wide receiver, I think I'd jump all over that and trade both these guys right now.
Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. Go ahead, Al. You look like you got it.
So I just when you said Emmanuel Sanders being that old, it reminded me. It's crazy to think that Emmanuel Sanders, Mike Wallace, and Antonio Brown were all in Pittsburgh at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like that seems like a
Yeah, that was like the start of them
literally
hitting on
decade
every
ago.
receiver they
Yeah.
drafted ever.
yeah, man.
Another name, too, kind of that goes to Buffalo as well. I mean, I don't know that he's as much of a secret as he was before last season, but Gabriel Davis is a guy I like a lot.
Ooh, yeah.
And I feel like he possesses some of those, jump ball, go and get it, touchdown kind of upside that these other guys don't really have as much. They don't really seem to have a guy that's that big body that can go up and get it besides Davis. And I know he was a little hit or miss, but I wouldn't be surprised if he kind of worked his way into that second receiver role this year.
Yeah, I love that take. I think Gabriel Davis has a lot of upside as well. Yeah.
Right, and I don't know if Buffalo would draft another wide receiver,
Yeah.
but looking at that wide receiving core, I don't think it would hurt them to either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, for me, two older guys, I'm trying to squeeze every little last drop I can out of and get something for them
Absolutely.
now.
Absolutely. Love the
All right.
take. So my receiver that I'm definitely trying to sell before the draft starts next week is T. Higgins. Almost called him Tyler Boyd. T. Higgins. He's got a teammate named Tyler Boyd. He also is going to have some new teammates here soon, and one of those teammates could be Joe Burrow's guy, Jamar Chase, or Kyle Pitts. Either way, we think there's a decent chance they're going to draft another playmaker high. Even if they go offensive line in the first round, could be the second round. I mean, just looks like they're trying to add playmakers this year, and you can't blame them. Jamar Chase reuniting with Joe Burrow would be pretty sweet. But yeah, T. Higgins just won the 3.7 of one of our Dynasty startups that just happened, and to me that's just way too high. I would definitely try and get a first rounder for him. I think there'd be a lot of people who'd give a first rounder, and I'd much rather have the first rounder, I think, than T. Higgins, especially a solid player plus a first. I think that's a good haul for Higgins. But
Yeah, and I think you could get that too, maybe even a little bit older of a receiver. Like I think we see maybe that was the trade, like an Adam Thielen and a one for a T. Higgins. Adam Thielen get a couple years left out of him.
First, I'd love a trade like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy because Higgins is so young and he played so well in his first season. But yeah, it just seems like, I don't know, it seems like they're going to add another weapon, and there's a lot of mouths to feed. I just don't, if it stayed him and Boyd, I'd feel pretty confident about him going into this year. But yeah, just with all the rumblings coming into the draft, I'm a little bit worried. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, and it's risky because, like you said, I mean, Higgins did look good, but I mean, if they draft someone else, I mean, dude, his stock's dropping immediately.
Yeah.
So
And I guess
it's a gamble.
And with this too, making these moves before the draft, I mean, it is a gamble too, because there's always a chance that even though they're heavily favored to take like a receiver or tight end in the first round or two, I mean, there's a good chance they don't.
Right? Yeah, I know.
They could easily just
sure.
pass and not.
Yeah.
They got plenty of holes on that team, so they
That's
could
true. Yeah.
they could do some other stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm with Al on this one though. I just kind of think they will add another weapon, and yeah, that hurts T's value quite a bit.
It's kind of like buying Dogecoin at 33 cents.
Yeah.
This could go either way.
Yeah.
Hey, I sold all my shares at 6 cents about 2 weeks ago.
Oh boy.
So maybe I shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't sell. Sell
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this edition. 3 wide receivers we think you should move on from now, probably even before the NFL draft. Appreciate you for watching. If you could, hit the like and subscribe button. Come be a part of the Masters family. Any last words, guys?
Thanks for listening.